put in, like I wanted to increase like knowledge, skills, increasing income as well.
Okay.
As well as personal, which is regarding with health-wise, bettering my health, gaining weight, going to driving school so I can get a license, and then getting a car.
Okay. So the circle of life, it's like a whole circle, right? How does your life look like? So they have joy, social life, relationship, home environment, home cooking, physicians activities, health, education, career, finance, creativity, and spirituality. Next time when we come back for like the vision board, then you can go detail. But that is pretty much circle of life. That is all the different factors that help your life keep running. Then from what I just mentioned, which one is your top 5 priorities that you feel like, okay, I need to focus on these in 2025 to really max out? Because one thing, you cannot achieve this circle like completely full, because if you achieve of something, you're missing out on the rest, which means the rest doesn't matter at this point in your life. For instance, if your situation that I know, you cannot have the priorities, which is joy and relationship. Relationship can be in different meaning, right? You cannot, if joy is mean happiness, like, oh, I want to travel more for this and that, but like, do you have the foundations of finance and career that can help you to do that? So that by analyze that, you can understand. I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound like realistic, and to put that way, So which one is you thinking? We can adjust the order ranking later of the most important to the least, but which one pops up in your head?
I would say money.
So finance?
Yes.
Okay.
Finances.
Okay, what else?
You did say like travel more because that's something I want to do as well. Does that make sense or not?
It's up to you, but we can just practice.
Yeah, I want to travel more. That's something I want to do in life as well.
So I think I don't have the marking to put it over there. But finance, career, education, health, physical, home cooking, home environment, relationship, social life, joy, and spirituality. Which one is your next?
Next for which one?
Beside finance, which one is your next in that list I just listed out?
Because you said health is not one of them,
No, you can choose anything. It's your life.
Oh yeah, because that's another thing is regarding my health.
Okay,
Something
health.
I want to better as well.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong answer.
Okay.
What else? The third one.
I did say like career-wise, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so career like travel more, education as well. Because I
Okay.
want people to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
More skills.
Okay. What's the last one?
Last one. We want to be able to achieve a car. So that's still, I would say, I'm not sure how that would be considered because I want to be able to get a car.
A car?
Is that still finance or no?
A car is technically can falling into finance or career. Because you have a car, in order to have a car, you need to have money.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's falling into that. So, I only list that out as like a now, but the one you say is the goal.
Okay.
Priorities is different. Priorities is the categories that finance, career, education. The rest, they still have joy, social life, relationships, home environment, home cooking, physical activities, and spirituality.
Yeah, I would say home.
Home cooking or home environment?
Like home environments that like have like your own home.
No.
compared to?
I think this circle of life is better. They have a different categories. They have money, career, health, friends and family, personal growth, fun and leisure, and home environment.
Yeah, I would say home environment.
Okay. Okay, so I have top 5 right here, not listing in order, but I'm gonna ask you which one. So we have finance, health,
Yes.
career, educations, and home.
Yes.
So right now, which one is your top 3, and give me the most important thing in 2025 you need to concentrate on. What are they?
Finance, career, and education.
Okay. And what are the other 2?
And then that was for home. Sorry, I can't think.
Health.
Health, yes.
Which one first?
I would say health and home.
Okay.
Then home.
All right. Let me ask you why you put that in order. First is finance.
First for finance because I moved out of really young age. I don't think I got myself started like prepared. And that's the word. I don't think my mom prepared me enough, but at the same time, like I should prepare for myself. So I do have like savings and everything, but it's just I feel like I need to better finances first before everything, just because that's a good way to invest when it comes to like buying a car, having a home, even like if example if I were to go to school, which I don't plan to, but that's like an example, because I want to be able to budget money.
Okay. So better in your living lifestyle. Yeah, because finance is the foundations. Okay. Then career and educations. Why career come first, education?
Career-wise, because I've always experienced with different workplaces, and I feel like I still need to understand, or I want to be able to learn like what fits for me most. Because I know for myself, like I don't want to stay in one job like for the rest of my life, like some people do. So with careers, because I want to be able to like figure out and find out for myself what fits for me.
Okay. So from what I understand, you trying to explain is you allowing yourself to explore a different career path right now, that in this 2025 to see which one you like the most. Is that what it is?
That too. Even for now, like I'm open to anything
Yeah.
to work for as well.
Yeah. Okay. And so why education has come after the career?
I'm not. No, I don't have a proper answer for that because I felt like education should have been second. But I put education like third. I probably thought just because we're going with school, even though it's not like school. Although I did.
It doesn't have to be only for school. It's education can be anything. Like you can learn at home. You can do anything. But why is that? Why is after?
I would probably say because of, let's say you have a job, then because like for education, like I know for myself, like I can do something like with education, like at home, like free time, because I know even though it's not related to school, but I know I won't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
But if it's like again something at home, like because like we do like have a laptop, so if I want to be able to educate something like that I don't know of, there's always a time for me to do it when I'm like more at home, if I'm like out somewhere, like if I need to know something, I always have my phone and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think the reason I asked, and you can analyze that, so your brain can easily like, why is this? How does it work like this? But I think it makes sense because in your situation right now, education does not come first, even the first one or the second, because your first is finance. You need to fulfill the first foundations of the hierarchy, which the living, eating, sleeping, and also surviving your daily basic. So, and the career comes second because you need to make money and to support your finance, making sure. So, the education come later because I'm like, okay, if I like that career, then I'm gonna study more in terms of that, right? So that is what your brain trying to analyze, but I think you didn't really fully can like explain it, but I got what you mean. And it's I think it's makes sense, because otherwise, like, because usually when people take or stay at home to study specific skill or even go to school, which means they have to take away their time from work and money. But then if they just go to work at different positions or career, explore it, and if they really like it, then they can learn more along the way. So it's not wasting your time sitting at home. And why did health come forth?
Because I wanted to do like health first, but when it comes to is everything else that I'm also juggling. Because again, I put health forth, just because, let's say like if I ever need to go to hospital, doctor, I don't have insurance, so that's gonna be out of pocket. But I know to better my health, like instead of putting that first, like in my free time, that's why I put education third. Like for health, like let's say I can go on a run. I don't have a gym membership, but I can always again go for a run, stretches at home. Up until like when I finally build like my finances, I can go get a membership at the gym.
Yeah. Okay. And then what's the last one meaning to you?
I'm sorry, what was it?
What is the last one meaning to you?
And it was for home environment. So for that term, that's for me. I thought it was like regarding like having your own home.
Okay.
So that's what like my assumption was regarding what home environment is. Just because I know like one, I already have a home, you know, a roof over my head, I have a bed, like, you know, place to sleep. But again, that has to become with finances first in order like, to have like my own home.
Okay. Okay.
So that's something like that's like I don't need to have like right now, just because again I already have a place. But in the future, I can always build that up, like to always have like a home.
So do you think that will be a 5 to 10 years goal, or that will be 2025?
Maybe 20. Can it be 2026?
That's fine.
Because I want to hope for 2025, but I feel like it'd be 2026.
Yeah. So that's why now you understand it's like this is not priorities right now, right? Because you understand about definitions. So if you move this to 2020, 2026, then what the other one that replaced for that right now? The rest.
2025 was
For different priorities. We have friends and family, significant other, personal growth, and fun and leisure.
I would say personal growth.
Okay. Okay, I like the way you share here, but let me help you adjust what you can keep or you can adjust, because this is your priorities, not mine, right? You can even move different order later. You don't have to stick, but at least you keep this top 5 priorities in this year and really concentrate on it, and doesn't really care if the rest. It's like you don't have to necklace of like friends and family. I'm not gonna hang out with you. But if it's not your priority spending time with them or hang out, that's okay, because you're trying to do this, and nobody can achieve everything. So that's the reason why I wanted to emphasize that, because otherwise some people will feel like I cannot do anything or be happy and making money, but they get like nobody can achieve everything at the same time. So in your situations, in health is wealth. I think you just mentioned about like insurance and all that. That's just actually a finance perspective, that because you don't have money, so that's the reason why you cannot do the thing you do or try to take care of your health. But you have to do internal take care of your health with the free stuff, which you can do home workout, right? You can do yoga, meditation at home. You can do run outside the park. You can do all that free stuff, go hiking, but then has to be your priorities every single day. Because if you wake up, you feel tired. Sometimes it can be like me, like my health is going down, and I have to like, okay, regardless how many money I have, if I don't have health, I cannot even wake up to go to work. So I have to change that a little bit. I'm like, okay, let's be somewhere that more important than the money right now, because if I don't have the health or the energy to do anything, I cannot even go to work with full energy to do the thing that I'm supposed to do. So that's the reason why. But the small thing that you listed out is just the step how to achieve it, right? So you can see is you can adjust that when you're home. But from what I see, finance, career, education, personal growth is perfect for your situation. That I understand your case. But you can see you can move a little bit of your wealth or your health to a second or the first. The health is not only physical but also mental, right? So you have a list for that. But now we have a top 5 priorities. We're going to SMART goals based on the top 5, because the SMART goal is pretty much is just the actionable step to plan to help you to achieve these things that you're looking for. By that, it's like you can list it out certain things for your finance and your health, and then from there, SMART goal can help you to analyze how can I get there, right? So moving to that, I think last time I explained a little bit about SMART goal already, did I? And then I sent it to you to email too. Yeah. So now we don't need to care about the order because we have the top 5. Are you cool with the top 5 with that, or you want to move or adjust? Are you good about your top 5? You can adjust later. It's like even half year you already achieved this, you can create a new top 5 priorities. You know, it's have to be strict with that. Yeah. So, but you go with it. You keep this, so you have a plan. So, from what I remember, finance will become first. Then give me it's like a statement of the goal. Not like, oh, I will do this. That's after we do SMART goal. But in terms of your finance, what is your goal in the finance that you want to achieve by the end of 2025?
Does it have to be regarding with income?
Anything regarding to finance?
Because first it goes regarding with
5
finance.
of them, quick.
Let's see. Budgeting well.
Okay.
Savings counts as budgeting, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I won't be able to budget well. What's it called? Something. Have credit.
Okay. What else?
I just had one in my head, but I lost.
What's your income goal?
One more time?
What is your income goal? Annually. Just have a number that really like you really want to achieve really bad.
Like, I want to be able to make more than 50,000 a year. Like maybe around, let's say
50,000?
like over 50,000.
That's really low.
That's so low because I know.
The average salary will be that we will get. So for instance, just give me a number that you like. Okay, so 50 is the minimum. What is the average?
100,000 is that like?
No, it's your goal. You can create ridiculous anything that you really want. It's not like you asking me if it's that.
Let's go 200.
Okay. And what is the highest one that you really wanted? That's the middle.
I would say million.
Okay.
But like, I would say million. That's like the highest I want.
Annually?
Yeah.
Okay. What else in terms of finance?
How many do I have? 3 or 4?
What?
The list of finances.
You can talk whatever.
Budgeting, income, credit. What else? Because I'm not too familiar with like finances, so I wouldn't be able to do more with it.
So just stop there. Then when you understand more about finance, different angles, then you have a game plan for yourself. Right now, I don't know. That's fine. Okay, that's finance. The second one, what? What's the goal?
For health, goal is to gain weight.
Gain weight. To how many?
Want to be around like 130 pounds.
130.
Yeah.
What is your current right now?
Like around 100 or 105.
Okay.
So be able to gain like around 130.
Okay, gain weight to 130 pounds. What else?
Regarding with health, diet, that's like with health still, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, we have a high protein diet because I want to be able to kind of eat more protein because that's how we can gain weight from it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gain weight, eating high protein diets. Can like mental be with like the health essentially? Yeah. So that too, like better mental. Not like it's bad.
That's fine. You don't have to explain anything.
Okay.
That's your goal. You can put whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
Mental.
You want to have a wealthy mental state of mental.
Yeah, like I really have like good mindset.
Okay. What else?
I think that should be it. Because that was gain weight, mental, and diet. I don't know if
Gym.
Gym, yeah, gym.
Okay. To start a gym or to maintain the gym, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the next of categories?
Career.
Okay. What is the career goal?
My career goals. Because I did say like I want to find out what I want to be like. to do
Okay.
career.
Explore the career that you really like.
Yeah, explore.
Do you have anything in mind for that? Give me 3.
So with this, be traveling.
Okay. Travel.
Because I did want to be a lawyer when I was younger. Does that count?
The what?
A lawyer.
Lawyer. In terms of what?
In terms of laws, like what's that one? It's
Laws is general. What is the specific you want to achieve? Accidents, immigrations, business, or so many.
that's the thing I was trying to get at.
Okay, just lawyer. What
Yeah.
else? What else?
Did say
You said travel, lawyer. What's the last that really been on your head?
chef. Like,
Chef?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? It's not only have to be like crazy career professional, but it can also something else that fun, career. Anything can turn into career right now.
Ooh, I know. And then tattooers.
Okay.
Tattooing. That's the last one.
Okay, what else? Anything related to career you want to achieve?
I think that's the fourth thing.
Doesn't matter. You have anything more dreams relating to career, or you done?
No, because that's like those dreams. Because like I want to be able to, because I love cooking.
Okay.
I want to be able to have more experience. Like if I, let's say like private chef or something. But I like to do it like when I cook for myself, just because I know like what's good for like a protein diet, understanding like how much like I should eat, or like the carbs, grains, stuff like that. That's why.
Okay. We can add it on later. So, what is next beside career?
That was education.
Okay. What is your goal for education?
So I did say like I want to build more knowledge. So it's not like just like going to school, but let's say coming from like with you, you did say like you coach and mentor. So that's how I feel like I'm able to have that skill of education. So I'm learning from you. With that, I could do more of trainings. So it can be like videos or like on-site. Example, like you do have an office, I can have trainings with you in person. Education-wise, and then reading. Does that count with like education?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I
Okay. And what else? You want to try to achieve any certificates or degree or specific skill or anything? Because education is everything.
Regarding like this travel industry,
No,
like, do you
anything.
have any certifications or something or no?
Yes, they do, but that's why you have to do research. But then, when all the goals for these gotta be relatable. Otherwise, it's like it's go different directions and it doesn't support each other. Then it's unrealistic, right? But we explain that later. But it's like some certification to support your career, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't have like in mind what certification.
That's
but,
fine,
Yeah,
with some
certifications
certifications.
for the careers.
Okay. Yeah, so the reason people don't know how to answer because they don't have the knowledge or definitions of certain thing. But the best way to learn is right now is Google and then ChatGPT, right? Otherwise you don't know you don't know how to answer it. And what is the last one? For
Home.
priorities? Home. Okay, what are your goals with that?
Home wise, it's like again like getting my own place.
Okay. Do we have a home in there or personal growth?
Oh, there's home and personal. Okay, actually, there's no personal growth.
Huh?
Cause I saw personal growth because I just saw home and then personal growth.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering. So it'd be personal growth then.
Okay. Yeah, see, it's you have to really remember your priorities. Like you cannot mistaken from anyone. It's because it's your life. So even it might be a trick, but I'm like, no, I know exactly what I want. Okay, what are you trying to achieve for personal goal?
For personal growth, that'd be better mindset.
Better mindset. Okay, I like that.
Physical. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, physical overall. It could also be with like spiritual as well.
Anything else?
I would say, can personal growth relate to it, like, I'm not trying to put this, like, in words. Can it also relate to, like, with, like, relating with, like, if I want to gain more followers on Instagram? Like, or
That's
not
fine, yeah,
social
that's
media,
personal
yeah,
growth. Yeah.
Something like that.
You just throw it out. You don't have to ask. You don't have to know it's true or not. You just throw it out because in order for us to do brainstorming and then also like trying to have a goal in your life, you just throw it out anything you want. There's no limitations. There's no such thing as true or wrong, right or wrong. Anything you want, you can think of. I want that. I want that. I want to create it. Then you just throw it out. Social media again. Okay.
Have more fun.
Fun. Okay.
Creativity.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah. So this is like just the list, but like I said, you go home, you add 100 of goals. That's fine. As long as you know how to achieve it, that's matter the most. And you keep up with your goal every single day. So now I have a simple list of your goals, like really briefly, but it's not enough. Like sometimes you don't know what is the goal different than the steps, right? For instance, if I say my goal is I'm gonna have 10 people in my team next year for the travel business, then that's the goal. With the number and the day, the timeline, that's the goal. And when people ask me then how you can get there, right? I'm like, how you can achieve that 10 people in your team, or maybe I want to achieve 100 people in my team. Now you tell them the step how you can achieve it. That's the smart goals started to help you to kind of analyze and have actions. So I would say, okay, we have 12 months every year. Then each month I'm gonna have this XYZ amount of people join in by going to different events, do this, do that. So it's help you analyze the strategies, and then it's like, if you don't have the strategy, you're like, it just sounds like unrealistic. I'm like, how can I achieve this? Okay, so I'm gonna help you right now with the most important thing is the finance. Your goal is somewhere minimum is 50 to 1 mil, right? When you say 50, maybe because you don't do the research, you don't even understand about how the money work. So that's why you start with that. But the average people, for instance, we have how many months in a year?
12 months.
12 months. So get your phone out. Do you know what's your last monthly check from your previous job?
Every month it's like around 2,000. So it's not.
Do you work full time or part time?
It's full time.
Full time for 2,000? Okay, so just say it's that way. That 2,000 times 12.
So yeah, that was around 25.
Yeah, so because the job is too low, that's never anyone full-time job for $2,000. That's the reason why you should get rid of that job. I think you should gladly to quit that job because every salary right now, when people work full-time, at least it's $4,000 a month for full-time job. You know, so at least 4,000 times 12, it's 48,000. It's 50. That's the least one. Right? So but that is the way you do. Okay, if I make this much, how much I'm gonna make a year? But I want you to change the way you think about how you make money right now. For instance, if you want to make 100K within the end of 2025, you use 100K divide by 12. It's called reverse engineer.
You said divided by 12?
100,000 divided by 12, or 100 divided by 12 is 8.8 or 8.3, correct?
Yeah, so 100,000 divided by 12,
Yeah.
3,000.
Yeah. So that is technically 8,000. If you want to achieve 100K by the end of 2025, then each month you need to make around $8,333. That's a monthly. Divide by week. How many weeks in a month?
That's by 4. So every week would be 2,003.
2003, right? That's a week. How many days you gonna work? You wanna work 5 days? You wanna work 7 days?
5.
Okay, divide by that number. How many?
Per day would be 416.
Okay, and how many hours you wanna work average?
Does it have to be specifically 8 hours?
Whatever you want.
Because I want to do, because I know 8 hours is a lot, so maybe I'll have free time, so I can do 6 hours.
Okay, then divide by 6. What is the number?
69.
69? Show me. Okay, so average is $70 per hour. So now you understand why you're not achieving your goals?
Yeah.
Because every single hour is $70. When you're hanging around with crazy people, or you even home depressed, or you being lazy, you're losing $70. That's the reason why I want people to really use a reverse engineer to understand how to value their time. Time is money. And when you, now I'm like, okay, if I want to achieve that goal, it will be $70 per hour. But then with the current job or whatever your knowledge right now, you have to ask yourself, what are the skill sets? What I have to do in order to achieve $69 or $70 per hour? That is how your brain gonna analyze so many things and give you more energy to create that creativity or like strategy to achieve that. Otherwise, if you don't earn the number mean like know your number, you don't even know what you're doing, right? But then at the same time, you have to keep track of your goal every day, every hour. If you're not making that every hour, you're failing your goal. So by break it down, that's the reason why I want you to like write down your number and even have the table of keep tracking your goals daily, whatever you list here, because I usually create a table and I put, okay, health, well, career, blah, 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 and then I check the box. Do I achieve this? Otherwise, you cannot even stop until now. It doesn't matter maybe 6 hours anymore because that's maybe a high income skill for $60. Uber or even engineer or whatsoever, they don't make that much money, right? So maybe you have to work a little bit longer, but will that be okay? When you're starting out, yes, then you have to work longer, that's fine. But as long as you achieve that daily, it still count. Maybe the first day or first week you start, it will take 8 to 10 hours to make that much. Then the next day can be better, maybe like 6.5, 7.5. That's fine, but at least you make your daily goal, and then it's carried to weekly, monthly, and annually. That's how you're not failing. Otherwise, you have to go to 5 different jobs to make that money until you cannot stop, because your finance is the most important thing right now. That's what I mean. It's really important. Then from there, when you have the finance every monthly, $8,000 a month, you can pretty much achieve anything in life. But then you have to be focused. How can you make money within 1 hour for that much? And it takes time, but you develop the strategy to do that. So with the travel, I'm not sure you look at the commissions at all, but somewhere it's cost, or you can gain at least minimum $25 up to $500 within few minutes or 15 minutes for that commissions. But do you think you will achieve right away when you're starting out? No, because first you don't have anyone support you yet. You don't know anyone know you yet, and it's a long-term game. But then just imagine if you can make that much of money within 5-10 minutes, 1 hour, you can make like $1,000. So that's why I get satisfied for that right now, to achieve that. So now does it help for you to think? Okay. The rest, credit cards, when you have money, you can pay, you can use, like, you can pay whatever. I think because maybe you still have a debt or anything like minus account or some negative balance, so it might affect your credit. But then just have that and use cash, then you should be fine. But then for the travel business, sometimes they don't pay you the commissions for those until 6 months later or like 90 days after the travel day, which you have to constantly finding more clients, and then you always have to ask yourself, how can I achieve or at least book 10 clients a day? That's how even when you go out, when you go grocery store, now you have the intention talking to people, meeting new people, and then doing something for your business, for yourself. Because if you work a regular job, you pay $10 per hour. You don't really care to talk to people because you don't get paid to do that much. Maybe talking to them a little bit. But when you know exactly, you have to talk to certain people to help you make this much of money, now it's gonna change completely different, right? Because they are the business or they are the clients. In terms of like, what is that called? Your health. Also write down how many days you need to do for the gym. Maybe not the gym public, but home gym. I do from home. I don't really care. I mean, I don't have gym here. I don't really go, but I do meditation. I do yoga. But then if you start coming here to an office, because you cannot stick at home. Like your home is depressing, and then sometimes I have to get out too. But it's like, if you come here, go here, do freaking gym before you start working. It's free. You know what I mean? You have to use that and then also put it down. So it's like, okay, if I work 5 days or I work 4 days a week, I can list 4 days of the gym and 1 day of the outdoor stuff. But you need to still do at least how many hours a day. It's up to you. It's like half an hour, 1 hour, mark that, earn that. And even positive mindset, like, that I think is for personal growth, but also like diet. When you have money, you have more money to buy food. Because right now you don't, so that's why you don't eat healthy. You don't really gain weight because there's nothing to eat. So that's why finance is important, right? It's funding your lifestyle, your living, and anything in life. Because I know people always say like money don't buy happiness. I'm like, it's freaking buy happiness. Because no money it's miserable. Like, I don't think anyone want to go back to the broke or poor life. It's miserable. It makes people stress. It makes people feel like they cannot do anything. They're so insecure or not confident because of that. But when you have money and also the mindset, you can do literally anything in life. So that's why I wanted you to do that homework and try to like achieve $70. So now if you think 100K with your age, possible, but you need to know every single hour is $70, right? But then when you start having money, buying a car is easy, but don't buy it, just lease it, because you only need a vehicle to bring you to point A to point B. You cannot have a lavish life until you make and have a saving at least like a lot, until you start driving like luxury. Just do a simple car like Toyota or anything like $200 a month. So that's why you also have in your finance, you have to do budgeting and then calculating what is your living expenses. List out everything you have in your daily life right now, rent, food, whatsoever, insurance and all that. You have to even start adding insurance if you need it, right? Because your $8,000 a month will fund that, all of that. So you will see, okay, all my living expenses, calculate will be how much, and your income will be how much, 8,300, and divide or take that minus the fixed. It's called fixed. It means every single one is about the same. Every month can be different. Depends on, oh, okay, this next month I'm gonna eat more because I make a little bit more. But you have to know what is your fixed salary or your fixed income, fixed expenses. Sorry. Otherwise, you will be overspending or making less that you're not even fund enough. For instance, if your living expenses around $5,000 and you make 8,000 something, then you at least you still have 3,000. But if your living expenses is $10,000 a month, which I don't think so, you know that you're way behind your plan, right? Because you don't even make money to even pay. So when you know that, you know exactly like, oh, okay, if my living expenses only around $2,000 a month and I make $8,000 a month, I have $6,000 saving. Now I can learn more about education, certifications, also saving for your future, which is retirement accounts, which we haven't talked about, right? Because most people are rich here in the US because they know how to plan for their future. They make, but they don't spend. Like they spend, if they do spending, it's for the investment that can help them return something for more money. Otherwise, you should not spend for anything, for like even clothing or nonsense stuff. No, I don't do shopping. I don't do anything like that until I'm like, okay, I can have once in a while. But you have to put in your saving. But I don't usually put in the bank saving. I usually put in retirement account saving, and that's another game. At your age right now, if you open the life insurance account, it will be over like $1 million by the age of you retire. So that would not a lesson, it's a lot. But I think that's the basic stuff that you gotta understand. And then credit card later, the sky's the limit. You can have 3, 4, 5, whatever. But you need to know how to use it. Otherwise, it will be messy, right? If you borrow someone money, you hey, Wati, can I borrow $50? I pay you back in 30 days. You don't, then you lose the trust with me. With the bank, you lose the trust with them. It's effect on your credits. And you know why? Before you having a car, you need to have credits. Because renting apartments, a house, a car is the way for you to even eligible to get those things with the credit card. Without a credit card, you won't able to do anything. Because the credit card is pretty much something that approved for these loaners and people who try to give you these. You show them you have an ability and keep the promise to pay. That's the reason why it indicates on your credit score. So that's gotta start from there. It's the most important thing. Social, driver license. You have driver license yet?
Only permit.
What?
Instruction permit. So the permit you should have that before you have license.
But you should have a license now. Have you applied for it?
Huh?
Have you applied for a driver license?
Because you have to
Have a car?
what's it called? When you take the driver's test, you can have your car, but then I don't know how much. I think it's like someone told me it might be $200 to rent the car there. I'm not sure how much.
Okay. So this is my suggestions. you should get the driver license as soon as possible. You know why? Because it's gonna affect a lot of your insurance later. So if you wait until you get the car to get the driver license, your insurance will be way high. Because I didn't have a car until 2020, which I did not drive when I moved here. So 2020 is 4 years ago. I'm 30 right now. I did not have a car or driver license until the age of 26. My insurance was really high. So you need to have a driver license right now, like as soon as possible. Even though whatever you gotta pay, but you have a goal to pay for it, to reduce the long-term payment, because they want to see what is the history of your driver license. Maybe you don't have to use it, but just leave it there for like 8 years. I'm like, okay, she doesn't have any record of insurance or accidents or all that. At least I can give her low car insurance. Otherwise, when your driver license are new and fresh, just like lately when you get a car, it's gonna be expensive. You know what I mean? So get that as soon as possible. Maybe like before March or May, somewhere, but get a bit before you buy a car. I'm not sure when you plan to buy a car. That's why you need to have a goal in there too, somewhere in your finance, because the car will save you so much time in order to make more money. Otherwise, you can take a bus. That's fine to me too. The bus is like a private limousine, private driver, so you don't have to really keep your head on the wheel. But in those times, taking the bus to go somewhere, listen to something for your brand. Read books. That don't waste your time. That's why I'm saying your $70 to take a bus is to have a private driver. That's perfect. I always read on my bus. Either if I work so much I can sleep, but the rest I do working. But then if you don't do anything on the bus, why like take an hour from here to here? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. So just read a book or learning a new skill. Finish the training. You can do anything within that price, with that time frame. Like 2 hours a day on the bus, for instance, it's 2 hours a day of reading books or getting training done. So be productive with your time. Be mindful with it. Career-wise, yeah, you can explore more, but for lawyer, let me tell you, you need a degree, right? Also, step into lawyer is about helping people. You can do, it's like a fun for interest first for like travel, but then when you have money, you can go to school anytime, right? Because for me right now, the reason I drop out from school because I don't need a degree. I can actually make more money, hire people who better than me to still help people. I don't have to do the work. So that's how, Elon Musk, he hired people smarter than him to do the work for him. So maybe you want to become lawyer for XYZ amount of reason or whatever reason it is, but you need to know what are you trying to help people with that, or what are you trying to do with that. Then from there you can make decisions and game plan, like, okay, what is the action step for you, right? Even the chef, when you travel, you can do chef too. When people travel for food, you can do home cook, you can self-touch, but then you need to have the time first and money first. You cannot have no money and like so many time to do. Then you necklace of achieving your financial goal to funding the rest. Because when you start a new degree or new hobbies, it costs time and money, right? Even for me to transition to the travel business took me a year. It's a lot of time. I have to go to conventions, I have to do training, just like another certifications or degree. Then you just cannot like half-ass study. You have to really expert of that to be really scale your finance. So the chef can come after when you're really successful with one thing, and then, when you have more time, you can do anything you want. Tattoo artist, sometimes that can be something, but do research to see how long it would take for you to get the certifications, get training and all that, but it's not a business. Or you can either work for someone, but you need to have a talent. Then you can ask yourself how long it would take for me to even learn how to do tattoo. But if you're talented already, you know how to do it, then you just need to know, like, okay, what is the fastest way for me to make money from this? Then you can start from there. You have to do sale planning and brainstorming based on whatever I just mentioned. Education-wise, knowledge certifications. You gotta see, okay, if I want to start booking clients, what are the certifications or whatever I need to do, the steps for me to get the clients right away if I actually have someone, right? Because if you're not ready and you have clients, I'm like, hey, I actually want to help you, can you book for me? And you don't even know how to start, then you're not ready. You kind of say no to money that you're like, oh, maybe you should go somewhere else because I'm not ready yet. You know what I mean? You can lose a contract, you can lose opportunity, you can lose the way to make money because you are not ready or lack of knowledge or experience. That is really important. In terms of like the last one, it's something it's really important because you need to have some fun in your life, because otherwise you can work your ass off and then have no social life. But personal growth, not only friendship, mindset, but also people surround you, and also like social media, like whatever you said. But also use the reverse engineering I shared to you to anything in life, anything related to smart goals or setting goal setting. That's how I do. So I'm like, okay, if I want to achieve 100K follower or subscriber, which I did not, because I did not follow up my goal because I've been moving. Sometimes we have so many excuses, but don't hash on yourself so much. You can still adjust the goal, but have to make sure, okay, maybe that because it's the last category, so it's not that important. Then you still have the lowest, the average, and the highest. What is the level that I'm okay and accept for myself to fail for my goal? Is that the average or the lowest? So you're not setting the goal so high and you fail epically, and you kind of like hashing yourself like, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, kind of negative talk. But I'm like, okay, if I'm not achieving 100 goal, at least 40K, I'm still happy. Goal can be readjust, can be reblend, can create a new one. So do that, and then you can do more at home, but making sure that you follow the step that I share. That's how you keep track, and then write it on a piece of paper or whatever, and you hang it there, and you wake up and you see every single day. For me, I think I need to give you a book. When you go home, you read that. That's the first book I read ever in my life, like Change Your Mind, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy, and it's helped me a lot. Have another goal for yourself. I read one book a day, and then like also I use, okay, how many pages for this book, and I can break it down. Okay, if I pass this page, I can stop for the next day, or I can read if you have more time. But don't spend the time to do something that is taking away from your main goal. So that is the reason why, because your first goal and the most important thing to get you out of shithole right now is the finance. I think you can achieve 100K if you really dedicated and also willing to take more additional freelance work and also extra work, because it might not convert anything right now at the moment, but these are long-term and passive income type of work, which the travel business, also YouTube, social media, that's passive income. When you start growing, then you keep making money, but that might take a year or two or so. But at least when you do a travel or thing like this, everybody travels, so at least you save time, you save your money in terms of whatever you do. So like, I'm not gonna say no to opportunity. I did life insurance and real estate. I would do everything. So even for you, if you want to jump into like learn about real estate, go ahead. Who's blocking you? Like, you don't have to be in the travel. You still have to do so many things, meet more people. Maybe people in real estate, when you become real estate agent, you meet them and they become your clients or joining your team. You can do so many things, but you have to dedicate to achieve that goal, because real estate a different game. It's longer too as well, just like travel, but it's harder a little bit. Travel is easy, because everybody travel. But buying a house or renting is only once in a lifetime. Airbnb, don't think about it. It's like this. It's so much money to even start. Or then why you start Airbnb when you can have a chance to do so many booking for the hotels? Because Airbnb costs rental, furniture, management, cleaning, all that stuff. So that is how it is here. It's your I think it's my handwriting. But you go with your goals for these top 5. Now go home and do more detail. Write down really detailed handwriting. Handwriting is will help you analyze, because when you write it down, you can adjust, you can remove it if you want, and keep that. Look at it every single day before going to sleep. When you wake up, look at it and keep track of it every day. And I will keep you accountable. You have to share back with me, and then I need to know, and I keep you, like, even I will have to share with you my goals too, so we can keep people accountable. Because when you don't share with people your goals, people don't know, you're like, oh, nobody care. And if you don't even discipline to yourself that you still have to do when no one looking, you still have to do it. You cannot be lazy. So having someone keep you accountable is the most important in the mentors and coaching, because otherwise you can create unrealistic goal. I want to reach 1 mil, and then half a year later I'm like, oh, I'm not even make 20 grand. So that's the reason why have someone keep you accountable is important. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a vision board workshop coming soon. I already created, and I hope that I can actually sell it. Otherwise, I can just do it with you, because for me, like, if I only achieve goals for my life, there's nothing special. But having someone and helping someone to achieve the goal for them is make me like moving my day. Like, I don't wake up for me, I wake up for somebody else. That's just me in general. That's why I feel like I want to become a life coach. I spent $10,000 for that certifications to learn for almost a year. I was really sick and about to give up, but then I still keep going. Otherwise, like, it was challenging, because I have my company at the same time when I did that life coach. But I'm like, okay, if I have this certification with this knowledge, I can help so many people, especially people coming from Vietnam. So that's why I started, and that's why I finished it. Otherwise, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired, and then I think since the day I met you, I don't think so much about Daniela, as you met her, right?
Oh, yeah.
She's also really motivated, but she's a little bit needs someone to push her. But I like her attitude, and now I meet you, so at least I have like, okay, if I have 2 of you, I can push you guys, and I can grow myself too. Otherwise, I don't really care. I do a lot of things solo, but I have a friends and someone to really grow. Just like, you only need 2 people in your life. You only like fucking killing any goals you want, and you just need that. You don't need more than anything. With like 5 people, like, they're just like a decoration. They don't need it. You don't need it. So even with your friends right now, just be positive with them, right? And then you don't even share the way they share how to recruit people. It's not the way I do. The way I do, you gotta show success by example. You gotta show in your attitude when your friends meeting you again. Not only the way you talk, the way you think, but also how you present yourself. You dress up nice. That's the first thing you gotta respect yourself. Like, wake up, dress up, do makeup every day, look like a bomb badass bitch, and then kill the day. You cannot look like sloppy and try to change the world. Yeah. Cause this motherfucker cannot sleep. I cannot sleep, so I'm really tired, but I still have to like try my best to wake up every day and look decent to go out. Otherwise, I'm still in bed because I'm so tired. So that's why I wanted you to think that if you in the position of the CEO who make money, you gotta dress like that. You gotta fake it until you make it, or like become it. And that's how I really changed my younger self. I didn't date anyone for 3 years because I was trying to achieve full ride scholarships and all so many different things. And I have to put myself as a leader. Then I'm leading example for people who watch me. And I need to have that attitude that someone can look at. So I want you to think yourself as $1 million buck. So act like it. So that's really easy. Like, if you take it seriously, and then if you learn quick from that booking whatsoever, even have people whatever later within a year or less than within 6 months, if you make $2,000 per hour, time it. So average is 40 hours a week, right? If you work that full time, 2,000 times 40.
80,000.
80,000 a month. Times 12. How much is that?
Almost $1 million.
Now you see you're reaching your first goal, the highest one.
Yeah.
See, that's why those numbers motivate people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fucking serious, that's how you're gonna earn. Otherwise, you still don't know what what you're doing when you're trying to achieve these certifications, and that's why the reason why I push you. Have you done it? Have you finished it? That's the reason why. My group tour is coming. I don't have to pay for any group tour people to do it, but if I sell, it will be for instance, if they give me wholesale price for 1,000, right? I can pump it to 3,000, and I sell for 10 people. I make markup around 2,000, which is the profit. 2,000 for one person. If I have 1,000, then just similar math. Okay, so now we have all that goal is for your personal goal, right? In terms of me expecting from like teamwork from you, I might don't pay. I do pay, but then if we travel, my company will take care for all the travel. But then when you work for the floor, I still make sure that it's fair for you when you start earning the knowledge and the thing that you can make, like start helping me making money, you know. For most people that teaching you how to do it, they trying to make you establish your own brand and create. That take around 1 or 2 years. You don't have the time to do that. You need a teamwork. For instance, if I already have an established company, you just need to help push the company until you really know what you're doing for that. You can start your own stuff. You can build a parallel at the same time, but you cannot solo by yourself. Like me, building a company took me like years. There's no way like you can achieve doing your own with that travel agency or travel agents by yourself, because it's hard. You need a teamwork. But maybe the money from the first time, not much, but at least you earn something than nothing, right? But my group tour is different. Then you still on top of whatever you book for your friends and family and even yourself. But group tour, that's something else. Okay, so I think I sent some of the travel plans on your laptop or calendar yesterday. It
Yeah.
might be late, but this is the travel plan for next year. Do you have a pen? I think you can check the calendar too, but always carry a pen in your hand. And also bring the notebook. You know why? Because anything you pops in your hand, you need to write down right away. Otherwise, you will forget. So by the end of the year right now, so I have around 3 of the events coming up, like in Vegas. I already created, which is 3 of the vision board. I charge people to come, and I buy the vision board so I can teach them the same thing I teach you, but now group coaching instead of one-on-one, right? So that's 3 of them. I forgot what's the day, but I think will be the 19th, the 22nd, and also the 26th. That's in Vegas. But next year to travel, because this is the travel show I mentioned, this will cost tickets to go and also like flights and hotels. That's a lot of money. The first one will be in Atlanta, January 11 to the 12th. And then also because when I started, I have to go to these shows to learn from the suppliers. You talk to them to understand what they do, but also you can learn at home, right? And then from there, maybe you meet them again to learn more about their service and meet in person for like sales manager. But before coming to this trip, you need to finish all the training. And then another one will be in New York. That's a New York trip. So usually when I travel, beside these, I also have fun. Work-life balance. You cannot go to the show all day and go home. Like if we only fly to somewhere, then we need to max out. Like, okay, if I'm in Atlanta, do these shows making money? Then I still have to go out explore the city. So that's my plan. And the end of January will be New York, and the beginning of February will be Chicago, and mid-February, the 15th will be Phoenix, and then the 22nd probably I might stick in Vegas instead of go to LA. And then March will be quite a bit of the travel show. The Travel Con, where it's for content creators, for travel influencer. And then they also have the Bay Area, but I might skip the Bay Area to go to Tucson. And a week after that will be Dallas. Dallas will be 2 events at the same time. I have another one for my community for learning about business or making connections, and also the travel show will be also in Vegas, Dallas. And then the end of March will be Washington DC, and after that right away will be in Vegas. You see, that's a lot. So that's why when you plan so many things in advance, you know, like you have no time because now you have so much work you gotta do to prepare for all of these. Because these travel shows expose to so many money. And also, like when you go to different networking, you need to have your business card too. You know, start from there. And then after that, it's a lot of stuff. But my goal is, unless you achieve somewhere with your travel size, not only certifications, making money, but also building a team. At least 3 people, 5 people, whatever, because you don't coach them, you don't train them, but you give them the opportunity, right? Because I think Daniela, she want to jump on board. Then she said, "Oh, my friend want to see how I do." I'm like, time wait for nobody. I mean, maybe she can see that you success and start it later, but that's fine. But it's like, for instance, if you tell me, I want to see how you success first, that's already a big gap between me and you. I don't have the time to coach you one-on-one anymore because now I have so many people to coach, you know. And then time is about opportunity. When you see that, you gotta jump right away. I jump to so many things, so that's the reason why I have a pretty wide knowledge. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm like super badass, but I'm like, I understand a different small part because you learn about finance, you learn about health, wealth, in so many ways. Even though you have a good job, but it's still a job that you have to show up every single day in person. You cannot do virtually. You cannot do anywhere you want. And you have to think about the future. If you do it right now, that helps for your future family because your kids can travel anywhere. You still can make money while you travel with them, and you still have a quality time with your family. Yeah, so that's what I think. Because my parents did have a business back there, but they have no time for us. They have no time for my family. Like, I never have a childhood for any vacation, go anywhere. I never have time with my parents. So that's why I'm really cold with my mom. Like, me and my mom never get along. Like, I think my grandma raised me more, so I'm consider her as my mom. So that's the reason why you do the thing right now is for your future self and your family. It's not for you. So I always say hash to my friends when I really know them, like, get your shit together, bro. You know, because you're young, you don't have guidance, that's fine. But when you know me and you still not going because you just don't want to go. Like, if people know me and they still stay the same, just because they don't want to do anything. None of my friends back there, when I met them in college, I turned them from like nobody was really insecure, less of confidence, become person who get full ride scholarship. 3 of them. Two of them was Vietnamese, and the rest, the last guy, he was African, and he eat cracker every day, cracker. He doesn't have food to eat, cracker. When I saw that, I was about to cry because I was complaining about my life back there. But I saw him, he was so skinny. He was more skinny than you. He's like about showing bones. He also took the bus. And he got full ride scholarship, go to private school in Dallas. Now he work at Amazon, he make money, he work anywhere, you know. So if you want to grow, that's how it is. And I think that's simple for you to understand already. You have any questions?